In 2020, there has been a lot of issues that are being discussed in presidential debates, and the main one is college affordability. And based off statistics, this makes a lot of sense to be debated about. Student loan debt soared from $260 billion in 2004 to $1.4 trillion in 2017. Average debt jumped from $18,650 to $38,000 over the same period. And the number of people over 60 with student loan debt has quadrupled in the last decade from 700,000 to 2.8 million.
On average, tuition tends to increase about 8% per year. An 8% college inflation rate means that the cost of college doubles every 9 years. For a baby born today, this means that college costs will be more than 3 times current rates when the child matriculates in college. We need to find more alternatives for students to be able to afford college. Mary Claire speaks more upon this topic.
We have more economic evidence now than ever that it is subsidized federal loans that have encouraged colleges to raise their tuition prices because they're confident that students will be able to make up that difference in funds. And so, not to sound like a broken record, but I do think we need to tie the purse strings a little bit, maybe insert the private lending market a little bit more so that students have more options and, again, have private lenders compete to provide more students with loans rather than have this guaranteed loan system from the federal government that only encourages colleges to raise their tuition.
Today we are going to interview our high school counselor, Ms. Lepore, on the issue of college affordability. Ms. Lepore, can you please describe your educational background?
Yeah, so I graduated, I'm not going to say the year, but I graduated high school and went straight into community college. And I was there for 3 years because I messed up a year. And then I transferred to CSUN, got my bachelor's, and then I got my master's at CSUN as well.
Nice. How did you pay off for college?
So I was lucky that during that time for community college, my parents were actually able to afford it out of pocket. And so that was done out of pocket. When I started going to CSUN, I received very few grants and I received mostly loans. I had to take out loans.
Are you still paying off your loans?
I am, yes.
Can you describe the feelings that you have towards paying off your loans?
It's not fun. I don't complain too much because my loans are actually not as bad as other people's. But it is pretty bad. It's I think a total of 40 grand, which is cheap compared to other people. So yeah, it's not fun having to pay that every month, but it had to get done.
How are loans affecting your personal life?
Well, it just sucks because instead of trying to save money for something else or trying to do something else, that money goes into paying for my education.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
There are many presidential candidates this year that are focusing on the issue of college affordability. A strong advocate for this is Senator Bernie Sanders, who is pushing for free education. We have reached out to his campaign team, and this is a transcript of what they said.
When Bernie is in the White House, he will pass the College for All Act to provide at least $48 billion per year to eliminate tuition and fees at four-year public colleges and universities, tribal colleges, community colleges, trade schools, and apprenticeship programs. Everyone deserves the right to a good higher education if they choose to pursue it, no matter their income. Additionally, Bernie will cancel the entire $1.6 trillion in outstanding student debt for the 45 million borrowers who are weighed down by the crushing burden of student debt. This will save around $3,000 a year for the average student loan borrower.
Essentially, we wanted to do a broad look at college affordability, right? And one of the most pivotal issues or contentious issues in the 2016 election was this sort of question of free college or affordable college. And as this college affordability crisis kind of reaches a fever pitch, we wanted to kind of take a step back and look at what happened to the free college movement. And essentially you saw that after the 2016 election, when a lot of people thought Hillary Clinton was going to win, and then you get a Donald Trump presidency, and all of that momentum that had been building since 2005 just kind of stops and shifts to the state level. You had this national movement, and then it just moves to the states. So kind of seeing where the states are, how those proposals look, and what free college, quote unquote, actually means in 2018.
However, there is some cons to decreasing the cost of college tuition and even making tuition-free college. If there were a tuition-free college, the money will most likely have to come from taxes, meaning that taxes would be raised on people and people would have to start paying more taxes so college could be paid for. Another con is that younger generations won't know how to handle finances. College is full of learning experiences, and one is learning how to create a budget to save money. College loans are often the first major financial dealing that people work with. A third con is that college might not seem as important. If higher education starts becoming free, it may begin to devalue college, which means that people won't want to go to college and it'll start devaluing a college degree as well. Another